Before I start with Reiki, I want to ask one question, and that is, what did you wish for when you were little? I want to take you back in time. Do you remember a time when you had to make a big wish on a birthday cake, maybe? It was kind of our annual ritual, and for me, it might be my first experience with some sort of spirituality. Because you'd close your eyes and you had pressure. You had to come up with something big. And instead of going to the mind, I think I dropped down into my heart, and it was my heart's desire of what I truly wanted. So this first experience, of course, what I did want usually was instant knowledge. You know, I wanted to know things, and I wanted to know things now, maybe in a pill form, a potion, or a button maybe. So 30 years later, you're all too young to remember this, the internet was invented, and my wish was granted. And I could ask Google anything I wanted. So it kind of connects my first spiritual experience with some sort of manifestation, and about the same time, I heard about Reiki. So it was almost like this little spiritual awakening that brought me to Reiki. Oh, I brought glasses. Okay. Sorry, I've never talked with these glasses on, so. So Reiki is a relaxation technique where healing occurs through vibrations that are transmitted through the practitioner's hands into the body of the recipient. And that sounded like magic. I thought that was pretty cool. So in addition, I also learned that we have an auric body, an etheric body, which is made up of life force energy. In Japanese, it's known as ki. In Reiki, the ki is life force energy. You've heard of chi, of course. We'll be hearing about Tai Chi later. Or prana from India. So I found this very fascinating. And the fact that this energy is unseen and immeasurable by scientific instrumentation made me a little bit skeptical about the whole process, which, of course, the medical community and the scientific community has been struggling with, but I think they're coming along. So I just decided that I wanted to have the experience, and it's pretty ironic because 2 blocks from here is where I had my first healing session. When you go to a Reiki practitioner, it's pretty much like going to get a massage. For me, I walked in and there was a massage table, low lights, and nice soft new age music. The practitioner welcomed me, and she pretty much told me what to expect. You're going to lie down on your back. I'm going to place my hands maybe on the major joints. I kind of breathe, and I expect you just to relax. You might fall asleep, and maybe there'll be some subtle experiences that you just observe. Will settle my focus. As soon as she put her hands on me, her hands were red hot. And I don't mean like warm hands, warm heart, nice feeling. They were like those hot pockets, you know, where there are hot pockets in her hands, I don't know. But whether her hands were on my body or above my body, I could feel this heat just radiating from her. I also had the sensation of this wave-like energy just making me lull into a deep state of relaxation that also brought to mind an overwhelming feeling of unconditional love. I had never felt anything like this in my life. The thing that always seems to happen when I meditate, and I felt it for the first time with her, is that my cells kind of vibrate with electricity and aliveness, which I imagine is this life force energy. So I had a real experience, and it didn't matter what any scientist wanted to tell me. I had an experience, and that's all that mattered. So as soon as I kind of came through, and I really was anxious to talk and learn more about this profound experience, I quickly realized that I wanted to do it again, but probably not for the $100 an hour that I think she charged me at the time. So I quickly figured out, can I learn it so that I can provide this for myself and hopefully help provide it for family, friends. It just seemed like such a gift. So as I mentioned about the key of Reiki means life force energy, the Rei means universal, and the practice came originally from Japan, from a Dr. Mikao Usui. He brought it to the United States in the late 1800s. And today, there are more than 4 million practitioners that are now trained through Dr. Usui's teachings. So it's very helpful to release stress. For me, it's been all about spiritual growth and personal growth. It takes me to that inside space where I can recognize my true self. It reduces my own stress, and I hope that through practicing and teaching that I help others do the same. There are hospitals now that are, I think HEH, Molly, do you know if they, I had heard HEH has Reiki practitioners. UPMC Hospice offers it, and I do volunteer there once a week doing Reiki on patients. So I hope if you have any questions that you'll ask me after. And maybe you can take some time to reconnect with that child within, find your pure essence, and make some big wishes for yourself. Thank you so much for your time.